Hello, everyone. I would like to invite to the stage Mr. Smiyet Berlhiti from Visa Ventures. We are going to have like a brief side chat together about the CBDC and online and crypto payments. So please welcome Mr. Smiyet.
Thank you. Thank you, Ahmed.
So how are you today?
I'm good,
We
thank
are
you.
very pleased to have you with us here at Disrupted 2021. We are pleased to have every one of you as well. So let's start this straight away. So we had previously like a couple of side chats personally regarding the fintech industry, payments, crypto, all these kind of new hypes and new disruptive technologies into the payment industry. But I would like to ask you, from a market leader perspective and an industry practitioner, how do you see the central bank digital currency coming into the real life application and specifically on the cross-border payments?
Yeah. So I think, as everybody knows, I mean, central bank digital currency has been a topic for the last few years. Today, as of a couple of months ago, there is 86% of the central banks in the world are actually working on a central bank digital currency project at different stages. Some of them are quite advanced. As you may know, China is one of the most advanced one with E1 that is currently pilot tested. They are, just recently, yesterday or the day before, Nigeria Central Bank has announced the e-Naira. So they are, as I said, 86% of central banks that are working on that, and some of them are quite advanced. Now, what is required to get this live and get it, used by the users and the merchants? I see three layers. The first one is obviously the infrastructure. Digital assets come with certain features. That means that for customers, they need to have wallets, custody, etc., and the blockchain that will host them. So that's the first layer. The second layer is around the applications. And I think the industry has evolved so much that today there is a conducive environment for startups and developers to develop applications on the infrastructure layer. And then the third layer is acceptance. Because if you cannot use your digital asset, the utility of that digital asset to you is quite low. So acceptance from merchants, from businesses, and then cross-border payments. Those are, in my view, the three key ingredients before we can see a major rollout of CBDCs and also a major adoption of CBDCs in those countries.
Well, good. But regarding the cross-border point that you have just mentioned, like if we can emphasize more on the role of cross-border payments between central banks and governments and the cross-border payments on the retail level as well.
Yeah.
How do you see this coming into action?
Correct.
Especially from such a great market player such as Visa.
Yeah. So I'll give you the view from Visa, because this is something that we've been working on quite extensively, and we've done a lot of research. Actually, last month we published the equivalent of our white paper. And the idea here is for Visa to develop what we call UPC, Universal Payment Channel. And UPC is basically a bridge or a hub that will enable all these different CBDCs that's going to be running on either a private chain or a public chain to be able to be exchanged and swapped and moved from one environment or one blockchain to the other. We all know that FX market is the largest market in the world today, and therefore with the CBDCs, that need will be there, and that requirement for doing FX and cross-border is going to be important. So for us, and I think that's where we see the opportunities, we're working on this UPC layer. The way to think about it is basically a bridge that will enable all these CBDCs that are going to be native on their own blockchain to be able to move, be swapped, converted, and exchange in the UPC across all different kind of blockchains. So today we're experimenting, actually it's in the public domain, we're experimenting on the testnet of Ethereum with a smart contract, which is in the open domain. But that's where we are headed, and that's exactly to address the need of cross-border payments, exchanges of the different digital currencies or digital CBDCs across different technologies and different blockchains.
So that's quite very interesting and impressive so far, but let me dig into a little bit, not so technical issue, but regarding one blockchain to transfer from one blockchain to the other. So this is a cross-blockchain transfer. So
correct.
You guys are looking into that deep level or multi-level or multi-layered blockchains?
Yes, so definitely we are going deep in the technical side of things, and I will invite the audience to check. We have a blog post and we have published a white paper, so that I think I will definitely encourage you if you are interested in going to the details. But yes, the answer is we are going deep into the layers. We are creating interoperability between the different chains, and we even, part of the UPC is to create kind of a layer 2, which enables parties to transact between themselves without having to interact with the chain directly, and settle at a regular either frequency or whenever they finish the flows of activities or transactions between them. And the UPC layer will enable the same features and the same properties that you will have on chain, but it will avoid like some of the issues that we see today with Ethereum with high gas fees. If you're going to be doing a lot of small transactions, does it make sense to go on chain all the time, or is it better to be on a layer 2, do all of those transactions, and then just commit at the end with the net position on the chain?
Great. So let me wrap up our discussion casually with the crypto to fiat exchange. How you guys are looking into handling this issue? Because it causes a lot of issue in the market on so many different sides. But when it comes to crypto to fiat, is it gonna like happen over an exchange in the back office, or is it a dealing desk, or is it gonna be?
Yeah, very good question. So today, the way we are participating in that on-ramp, off-ramp of crypto to fiat and fiat to crypto, we're doing it through the exchanges, because naturally the exchanges sit in that, let's say, focal point between users coming with fiat and to get access to crypto, and the other way, people or users going from crypto to fiat. And the way we've done it is naturally through one of our native products, which is the card. So today when you go to any of the exchanges or large exchanges, you are able immediately to fund your account with fiat through your card, and be able to buy crypto immediately. And the same way, some of these exchanges, not to name them, have all been issuing cards that are linked to your crypto wallet, and you can go wherever you like and use those cards, and automatically it taps into your crypto assets. And that's, I think, for the foreseeable future, that will be, I think, in my view, the best conduit between fiat and crypto is through those exchanges. And I think, they are playing a critical role, and I think that's how it's continue being done. Now, card is not only the only payment form factor that is that could be used between fiat and crypto. They could be bank accounts, they could be other things, but at the moment, that's how we're tackling it.
Well, great. I think this is one of the most interesting and tackling chats on Disruptive Stage. Thank you, Smiyet, for being with us. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That is really at the heart of the great debates going on there.